Alright. Hello everyone. Is your big dick these are your big dick daddies, Redstone AGX and D Mammoth.
Hello.
Today we'll be doing a very simple debate.
A crimson debate. No.
Yes, a King Crimson debate.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you see, the thing is, we have done this 3 times now. This is the 3rd time.
Yep.
So, we're gonna do this, we're gonna get straight to it. Alright, Daniel.
Alright, so basically, what I have theorized is time erase and time skip are the exact same thing for King Crimson. Because, when time is erased for 10 seconds, time skip is also for 10 seconds. Think about Hit from Dragon Ball. But yeah, while I was doing research about King Crimson, I found this Reddit post, which I'll try to cite it, but quote from the Reddit post, because, well, I stated that, when I stated time erase and time skip are the exact same, I wonder, why can't King Crimson attack while time erase? And this is what the Reddit post said, quote from the post. Diablo doesn't attack people within erased time, because there's no time and no object to interact with. The part with the blood is a bit of a stretch, but it doesn't violate the rules since it's part of Diablo. Thus, it can't exist within erased time.
Yeah. That's the quote from the Reddit, whatever the hell it was called again. I feel like thinking about it. Anyway. We're kind of tired. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
We came in this debate with, like, energy in the morning. They were just constantly going at it, reviewing footage, but now it's just like, yeah, it gets there.
That's okay.
Anyway. Alright, so there are a few problems with this post that we kind of go over through the debate. Keep in mind this is all speculation.
Mm-hmm.
You ready, Daniel?
Yeah.
Alright, so the first time, let's talk, for the first thing, let's talk about the time aspect. How can there be no time?
Well,
Try to explain that, Daniel.
Alright. So, as I stated before, think about Hit's time skip. It's kind of like time stop and not time stop at the same time. Because, and think about King Crimson, because when time is erased, time is technically skipping forward. Okay, think about this. Think about pressing the skip button on YouTube 5 seconds ahead. That's basically skipping, aka erasing time from a YouTube video. That's what it means.
Well, it doesn't erase time from a YouTube video.
No,
But that's close enough.
Yeah.
That's a close enough example.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, but the difference is, Diablo, since it's skipping time, people don't know what's happening.
The best way to describe it would be people go into an automatic state. So it basically would go as if Diablo hadn't skipped time, which while Diablo himself is what it's called again, is able to allow himself to reposition. He automatically makes things go as if he hadn't done anything at all, and time is playing out as it normally would.
But here's
It's basically it's like transitioning sort of to an alternate universe, but we're not going to actually assume that here.
No.
We're just using that as somewhat of an example.
But also think about this. When King Crimson's using his time skip, you can kinda think about something. Cause while he's using the time skip, aka time erase, it's slowing down the time skip, or at least for King Crimson, because since the other people don't know what's happening, King Crimson knows what's happening because, well, it's slow motion time skip.
Sort of. I guess slow motion. I'll say that. Time skipping though? Can't say. But it's slow motion.
Yep. That's all the basics out of the way. Now, on to the...
Let's get to the juicy part. No objects. It's a really bold claim.
Yeah.
How can there be no objects?
Well, remember as we stated before, well, not we said before, but as we discussed before the podcast and everything, I stated that or at least we stated, that Diablo can only interact with certain objects such as walls, holes, all that stuff.
Yeah, we defined that he can probably only interact with objects like, the normal stuff, like not living things. Otherwise, there's a small problem. For example, with the blood thing,
The
how
elevator
can you
scene.
throw the blood? Because, the elevator scene. Before, let's talk about the blood example they gave. How would the blood thing work if blood is part of Diablo?
Well, remember.
Because if it's like this, if the blood can't interact with a person, okay, if Diablo can't interact with a person,
Remember. Hold on.
during his time erasure.
Hold on. Remember this. Diablo is technically not attacking it. Because remember, as we said before, it can, or at least as I said before, it can interact in some way. For example, blood can just blind them, but Diablo can't attack them with the blood. And because of that, Diablo can carry a person. Can carry
I don't
people.
think it's like one. I don't think it's like Wonder Review in that sense. Just say Daniel isn't fully caught up on part 5, part 6, 7, 8. He's just on a certain episode, part 5. But in part 8, there's a stand by the name of Wonder Review, which has the ability to stop anything from pursuing its user by basically just giving it ultimate bad luck, kind of, sort of. But anyway, in that sense, Wonder Review would make more sense for you can't violate the rules of attacking. But as for Diablo's King Crimson, I don't think any such rules really exist, but they do.
It's basically like.
They can't be like automatic rules similar to
Cinderella.
Wonder Review and. No, Cinderella's rules are made up. We don't talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we all know Cinderella, because I literally just breaks her rules almost instantly, because she feels like it, so we all know those rules are fake. She does as she pleases.
Yep.
That doesn't count.
No.
Wonder Review's rules are just completely strict, but also under the concept of a vague idea of a pursuit. Well, I don't think the same thing applies to King Crimson in the fact that if Diablo can do something, technically he would. But we're going a little off topic, back to the main problem here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's alright. We're making connections.
Yeah, I don't think he can pick up objects. Yeah. Making connections to way later parts. Because no, we can't do that. Can't do that too much of that. But anyway. So, for the viewers, I don't think you guys understand what's going on. Or at least you guys don't understand the sides here. There aren't any sides. Right now, if I'm going to be completely honest, right now I'm just messing with Daniel and telling him he's wrong about almost anything.
Dang, alright.
Unless he can prove me wrong, I'm just going to keep messing with him and saying he's wrong.
I know on the inside you think I'm right.
Kind of. But at the same time, I want to keep going with this because if we continue, we can probably clarify a little more on King Crimson.
And we can try to figure it out, and I can email a Rocky.
No. Rocky, I know how your stand works. King Crimson? Yep, figured it out.
But anyways.
In short, let me just summarize...
the elevator scene?
Alright, let's just summarize it so we don't have to waste the audience's time.
Yeah.
In short summary, from what we've debated, basically King Crimson is able to interact with objects but not people.
No, more specifically, he can interact with people but in a different way.
No, we can't say that, because when we're talking about the elevator, you kept suggesting that he had to stop his time erasure just so he could interact with Trish. Yeah, that elevator scene is kind of a plot hole in itself.
Yeah.
With how King Crimson later works.
Because remember what I said, he cuts her hand off. Yeah. He cuts her hand off. King Crimson brings her back to the hole. Yeah.
Yeah, but the question is, if he can't interact with her, how does he get her out? That's the question. How does he get her out through the hole? Unless the hole's a distraction, but then we don't have any proof to prove that.
True, but still, like I said before, what if he could interact with people but in a different way?
If so, actually, there might be not slight evidence, but slight reason to it. But there's not really much evidence for it. For example, if let's say he could move people, he probably would, but I don't think he can. For one reason.
What is that?
It would mess with Epitaph.
That's true. I forgot. To be honest, with all this King Crimson, I forgot about Epitaph.
Yeah, because the whole point of being able to tell what the future is to begin with, the problem is if he can modify the objects that are automatically reaching the future he set, the question is, will that still affect Epitaph and so on and so forth? Because Gold Experience gets an obvious exception because Gold Experience doesn't matter. Because Gold Experience doesn't care. Yes. He's broken enough, so basically he can just go, I don't care anymore. I don't care if your Epitaph is absolute, my Golden Fist is absolute, and you can go eat it now.
But yeah. But then, it wouldn't really change Epitaph that much. It wouldn't really change that.
Yeah, but then the problem is Epitaph becomes no longer absolute by its stand. That's like its sister stand or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Not its colleague stand. Its associate stand. Its co-worker stand.
Yep. But yeah. Actually.
Yeah.
Bucciarati wouldn't feel it. No, he would.
Are you talking about the tug on the hand?
Yeah.
No, he would feel that. Because the thing that pulled his attention was they already reached the top. And as a result of reaching the top... As a result of reaching the top, he looks back to look at Trish, doesn't see Trish, and then he hears dripping, looks down, and then sees a hand.
I think I have a cause for this, or at least I think I have a solution for this.
Alright, what was it?
When they reached the top, what if the hole was just a distraction, and what if the door actually opened for Green Crimson to get out? To get in, I mean. And kidnap Trish, and then the hole was just a distraction.
No. I think I have a different idea.
What is it?
What if... Because, alright, what if Diavolo was on top of the elevator the whole time, busted a hole through it, got Trish... No, he can't walk through the door.
No,
plus there's no trail of blood.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But there's only really one drop left. Which means he probably did King Crimson after escaping.
Which means he had to, pick up Trish while time skip.
Maybe.
So my statement has been argued. Has it been argued?
Right. Sort of, but no. It makes an assumption, but there's not much evidence to back it up. Alright, let's move away from the Trish thing. And let's go back to the blood.
Oh, yeah,
we can guarantee that he can move objects, right?
Certain objects. Can you move?
No, just objects in general.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Because look at it like this. If he can't move objects, then how do you explain him being able to move the blood?
I guess blood is kind of an object. I mean, it is an object.
No, okay, because for example, what's it called again? Yeah, blood is an object.
Yeah, so
Part 4, Josuke fight with Kira, he uses shards that also have parts of Kira's blood as homing attacks. At least that's what I remember it as.
Yeah.
So with this homing attack thing, it would make sense that once blood leaves and dries, it's considered an object. And with the blood on Diavolo, it probably is somewhat dry. Or at least not wet blood or whatever.
But also, when you
Probably
think,
no longer considered Diavolo.
but also when you think about it, throwing blood at someone's technically not attacking. Remember?
That implies that King Crimson's rules are automatic. But I'm not sure about that. Can't guarantee if King Crimson's rules are automatic, though. Because if so, that means, if they're automatic, either King Crimson himself is physically incapable of doing so, or there are repercussions. And you can't prove either of those, can you?
Wait, what was the question?
Can you prove... Oh, frick, I forgot. Alright, can you prove that King Crimson's automatic with its rules?
Not necessarily, not really. Because, would it be automatic though? Because if
No, not really.
Because if it is automatic,
Well, we don't have any evidence of it.
true. We don't have any evidence yet by any site sources either. And plus, we don't have any evidence in general.
Yeah, so we can just assume that it doesn't work like that. The only evidence we have for the objects is, for example, the blood. Because then there's the connection of, if blood is part of him, then he shouldn't be able to interact with Giorno. And if blood is an object, then he shouldn't be able to move the blood. So that means we have to just guarantee that he has the ability to move objects. Plus, that also explains things like how how there's a hole in the elevator, or at least how he made the hole in the elevator without causing a problem for King Crimson.
Yeah. I remember when he moved Bucciarati's hand, though. Like, sticky fingers.
No, that one doesn't count.
Oh.
Because because it hits him, and then he moves.
Oh yeah, I guess that kind of doesn't count.
Oh wait, actually, wait, maybe maybe that gives us a secret here.
So yeah, my statement was correct. He can move. He can interact with you in a different way.
No, he seems to only be able to interact with objects, not people. But there's a small thing I see. I can't remember, what was it again? Okay, what were we talking about again? Sorry, my attention.
That's okay. Bruno's hand moved.
Oh yeah, Bruno's hand. When it comes to Bruno's hand, it interacted with him while he was in not stop time, erase time. And then after that, once he moved, it went its path, which means that erase time is not automatic and is happening in real time. So, it's, for example, when he erases time, it's not like he no longer is part of the scene, which means he can't interact with objects. But then that creates a small problem.
What?
How?
Well, because rules of the time skip. Because time skip.
No. The question is how? Why can't he touch? Why can't he touch people? Or get people?
He can probably touch them, just not attack them. But that leaves a
but
big.
Why can't he?
But that leaves a big question. Why can't he attack people?
Yeah, why can't he attack people? Okay, because, for example, if he can interact with almost anything else in almost any other manner, and if things can interact with him, then why can't he attack things in their thing?
Well, according to the
In
Reddit
erase
post,
time.
it says no time. There is no time.
No, there has to be time though.
Maybe for him, but not for the other people.
That is true, but how does that affect this in a good way? Well, there is time, but there is no time. They cannot feasibly realize the time. For example, it's like time stop in the sense that when you stop time, no one can experience that time besides you, except during this stop time that King Crimson has, people enter an automatic mode where it acts as if Diablo hadn't erased time. So it's basically like time stop, except people. It's like time stop, except the world kind of changes, sort of.
And people can move.
Yeah. But either way, there's a small problem. Oh, they can move, but it's not on their own accord, though. It's not really them moving. It's like just them moving automatically.
Oh yeah, because that's how time skip works.
Yeah. Alright, so are you trying to solve the mystery of King Crimson, or am I just trying to prove you're wrong?
I guess both.
Alright, so what we've defined is very simple. But there still leaves a problem of why can't he touch normal people? Because if, for example, he just can't touch anything and just has to reposition... Oh, is there any evidence that Diablo can float?
I guess. But no, I guess he can kind of float because the battle with Giorno and Diablo.
Should we recheck the evidence? Sorry, not evidence. Recheck the footage.
Yeah, about Golden Sphere's Requiem, because when they were flying, Diablo flies too with King Crimson.
How does Diablo reach Giorno? Well, either way, that still doesn't solve the problem. Hi, Jamie.
Hello, Jamie.
That still doesn't solve the problem with King Crimson, which is fundamentally why can't he touch people? Besides plot reasons, there seems to be no other reason why he can't touch people.
Well, like I said, no time. There's no time in the time erase.
Hey, Jamie. There seems to be evidence that he can move people. There seems to be constant evidence that he can move people.
Yeah, that's what I said. He can move people, but just not attack them.
But why can't he attack them is the question. Is there a rule against attacking people with King Crimson?
I think so.
Is it like the Requiem thing where it just will stop you, or just make your hand slap you in the face and say no? We're not killing today, or at least not in the stop time or something.
Probably. But then
we don't have enough evidence for that.
Yeah, true.
We legitimately can't give enough of a reason why. Why King Crimson can't do that. So we've solved the majority of King Crimson, or at least proven things that King Crimson can do.
Yeah. But there's one question that needs to be solved. Why King Crimson?
Why can't he hit people?
Yeah,
why can't he big stab people?
Yeah, why can't...
Because
if he can't, then there must be a rule, but it has to be like a specific rule then.
Yeah. Because, for example, with the time skip, he has to have used that to hurt Trish. Now, alright, earlier I might have agreed with you. Well, not might have, I did definitely agree with you with your statement before. Well, I still see a slight problem with it, which needs to be cleared up.
What is it?
Which is, how could he switch out of time erasure that quickly?
Well, remember, it depends on the seconds, because when Star Platinum was using Zawardo against the rat, he used it for like half a second, not even like 0.2 seconds dodging the rats. So it depends on how long they use it.
Yes, but the question is, can you even control that?
Probably.
Because he seems to have to count the amount of time it takes to restore itself. Not restore itself, for the time erasure to complete itself. Otherwise, he would move faster. Although, in other points in the part, you guess you can, well, not other points, literally just the end.
Would you
could say the
say?
same.
Would you say this that King Crimson kind of fast forwards time a little bit?
No, that's obvious. That's obvious.
Oh yeah,
It's obvious he fast forwards time.
of course.
Otherwise, there's not much of an example. Sorry, not much of an example. Sorry. Otherwise, what the heck does he do? What else would you call the thing he does if it isn't fast forwarding time?
Yeah, true.
So I can definitely agree with you on that one.
Mhm.
We can agree he can move objects.
Yeah, we can agree that he can move people too. But there's one
Yeah,
big
with
question.
the best example being Narancha.
But one big question. Why can't he
Yes.
attack people? Just why? Is there like a specific rule about the time skip? Because, well, when we saw hit time skipping, he could attack people easily, but why not Diablo? Why can't he attack people?
Yeah, that's the biggest question. Because if you look at it, what's his name again? If you look at it, for example, he's able to kill Narancha in his erased time.
Yeah.
But he kills Narancha indirectly, not by donating him, but by just, what's it called again? By just setting him up to die.
Yeah, that's because he's setting him up, but then again, if he's just setting him up, that technically means he technically didn't kill him. Almost if he did, but not directly, like you said.
But then how did he kill Narancha, though?
That's
my question now.
By the things, the pointy things. Forgot what the fence.
Yeah, but the problem with the fence is how.
They probably somehow got up, put Narancha there while time skipping.
But if he puts Narancha there, he isn't dead. How does he kill him with that? Does he push him down? If he pushes him down, what difference does that make from punching Narancha in the stomach?
But then maybe he like switched on and off King Crimson fast, so that Narancha wouldn't notice.
I'm not sure about that.
But still, we got.
Because that makes the assumption he can switch back and forth between King Crimson. But then, can you show any evidence of that? Because, for example, if you look at there isn't much evidence of stands canceling such actions. Stands with time abilities being able to cancel their time actions. For example, Jotaro never seems to be able to stop time for only 1 second when he can stop for 5. He seems to have to wait.
I thought they wait, hold on. I thought they can kind of cancel stopping time. I thought they could.
I don't know. Like I said, there's no evidence for it.
No, I always.
So can we really argue for it?
No, because I always thought they could cancel the stop time. Because of the rat scene. Because of the rat scene. He kind of cancels them out.
No. Star Platinum has short. What the heck is it called again? Has a short durability, so that's not durability. Short time stop in part 4, so I don't think that really counts. I think that's just a short time stop.
Oh.
Especially when you come to think about the biggest part of it, which is well, not biggest part of it. The biggest example for them being able to do it is retrieving stands. For example, have you seen what's his name again? Chocolata and Secco?
No.
I think that
no, I think so. Remind me.
No, you haven't. That's like right before the end.
Oh. Right.
So no. All right, let me look for something that I think you know. What is it called? I forgot. It's not Chocolata and Secco. There's someone else who does it. Oh, yes. No. Does Crazy Diamond do it? Can you give me an example of a stand stopping their ability? Or disabling their ability?
Maybe King Crimson.
Temporarily.
Not King Crimson. Maybe Crazy Diamond. Maybe.
But when? Can you name like a specific stand though?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Me neither. The only example I can remember is Chocolata and Secco. More specifically Chocolata. Where he pulls back his stand. But okay, so Giorno attacks him. He pulls back his stand for a second. Sorry, for a little bit. To make Giorno think he's dead. And then pulls it back out later. So that would be a good example of
Canceling?
Canceling out stands.
So yeah, you can if you can cancel out stands, that proves my point then about King Crimson.
But the thing is, that's a different. That's an automatic stand though.
Not necessarily. I guess it can be automatic and manual at the same time.
Because no, it is automatic. Or more specifically, the stand that does it, Green Day, is automatic. Is an automatic stand.
Oh.
So, does it really count? Because can you name like a normal stand that does it?
The only thing I can think of is either Star Platinum or. The only thing I can think of is either Star Platinum or Crazy Diamond. I mean, the only stand that doesn't cancel time, that doesn't cancel its attack, is mainly Killer Queen.
Well, yeah, well that's because Killer Queen's attacks are traps.
True.
The only other time I think with Killer Queen is when Kira has to like stop and actually legitimately retrieve his stand. That's because he has attached his stand as an automatic stand.
Yeah.
So that's not like the best example for your argument.
No, it's not. No, honestly, it's not. I just want to point out something.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I think that's the last roadblock, because almost everything else seems to be explained with evidence.
But the thing is...
Except that.
But the other thing is, why can't he attack people?
Besides plot armor, of course.
Yeah, besides plot armor and everything, but the main question is, why can't he attack people, and what about automatic? Does King Crimson have automatic? Can King Crimson cancel its times eraser?
I don't think so. All I think it is what is it called again? All I think it is it has a special thingy thing. What was I talking about again?
Plot armor.
No, what was the line before that? You were saying something. Say it again.
About the canceling.
Yeah, the closest thing to that is basically just him having good timing. Because normally, it seems as if when it comes to stands that have time, they just normally like time their like time resumes well.
Unless
so you could say that's someone. You could say that's retrieving them.
Yeah,
then
I guess.
That's likely. It's just well timed.
Then I guess
that's kind of debatable.
So that kind of proves my point then.
No, it's iffy evidence though. It's not solid enough.
True.
Because it's easily arguable against it.
True.
It's easy to say that. It's kinda is, but kinda isn't.
Well,
so what did we achieve with this debate?
Well, we figured out the main things about King Crimson, but the only two thing is
King Crimson can move people, objects. He can't hurt people. So anybody who's watched Part 5 will just know. Wow, you just stated what we already knew.
Oh.
We basically just specified everything, haven't we?
Basically.
Alright, so how do we write a thesis statement on this?
Thesis? How many?
Alright, wait, aren't we supposed to explain how stopping time works?
But what does time stopping has to do with time skipping?
Oh, wait, no, sorry. We have to explain how time skipping works, right?
I guess,
What does
yeah.
it mean to skip time?
Well, think of it as you're reading a long sentence saying, "Hi, hello there, my name is John." And then use King Crimson. "Hi, hello there, John." There, that's basically time skipping. You just skip the entire word and sentence.
Alright. I think I have a better way to put it.
Yeah, what is
So
it?
time skip is basically where King Crimson sets everything it has into a somewhat of an automatic mode. Everything will go the path that it intended to go before the time stop, and will continue there until the time stop ends. Then the people can actually realize. But during this period of time where time is skipping, only King Crimson has full awareness of what's actually going on, allowing him to reposition himself, move objects, move people, break things, but not break things, possibly hurt people. But
hold on.
Kill people.
I think I know why he can't hurt or kill people.
No, oh yeah, okay. What is it?
I may be wrong, but it might have to do with epitaph.
Alright.
Because remember, it's about the future, like 10 or 5 seconds into the future. Because after the time stop, not time skip, while in the time skip, because he uses epitaph to know what's in the future while using time skip. And while that, after the time skip, he uses that future to, kill someone. It's all because of epitaph, because he can't hurt anyone. I may be wrong, but that's just my theory.
Not sure about that. Doesn't seem solid enough.
No, it doesn't.
Because epitaph is absolute.
No, of course it's absolute.
Damn me if you need it. Alright, Jamie.
Alright,
Jamie. I'll at you if I need you. Alright. What are we talking about again?
epitaph.
Alright. I don't think epitaph has too much to do with it.
What if it does? What if it does, though?
Can you prove that?
Not really, but I'm just saying if it did.
Alright, if so, then there's a big question.
What is it?
How?
Well,
Now you might be questioning what do I mean by how, and that's very simple.
well,
With epitaph, how can it affect King Crimson, especially with the fight between Doppio and Risotto, which when Diavolo states that when Doppio, since Epitaph told Diavolo that Doppio is gonna die, Diavolo is going to time skip after that moment. So it seems as if it doesn't matter what Epitaph says, because judging by that statement, that means King Crimson erases if King Crimson erases that time, aka makes adjustments to it, the automatic path doesn't matter anymore, and the changes that he makes are now the new future, or at least the new Epitaph's future, or at least that's what I assume. But you could also argue against that.
yeah, I could.
Can you argue against that?
Okay.
Let me see if I can find the clip.
Oh yeah, apparently Risotto's a food.
Yeah, it's rice.
Mhm.
Alright.
Actually, I'll say that in the name of the video.
Why is there only English dub for this? Why? I don't feel like getting sued. Right. Do you think there's a way for me to remove this?
Maybe.
Or no?
Maybe cut the audio.
Cut the audio for this part?
Because you already know what's happening, what they say, so.
Alright, this is dub. Alright. Okay, for this part we can't speak because it'll be recorded. Where is it? Oh yeah, you'll get this later. If you haven't seen this fight, you'll see it later. Epitaph. Not what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can find it. We need to look at when Doppio looks into the future, because that's where the secret lies. Oh, there it is.
Mute it. No, you didn't.
今度の攻撃で終わらせろ。リゾットの動きを画面で予想するんだ。
すでに見てます。リゾットは右側から回り込むように向かってくる。そして消えるぞ。見えなくなる。まさか。
That's not what I was looking for.
何が見えるんだ。
Oh yeah, that is where it is.
何が見える。
逆にやってやるぜ。くそー。やってやるぜボス。数秒後この画面が起こる前に逆に奴の頭をえぐり飛ばしてやるぜ。さっき足をぶった切ってやったみてえによ。来た。
Let's see. Was I imagining that?
勝っていた。
Oh wait.
メタリカ。距離も取った。抵抗する力もそぎだ。お前はもうどうしようもない。勝った。頭を切り飛ば。
Was I imagining it?
すら別の言語になるケースもあるという。俺はお前がボスから最も信頼されている側近の部下だとばかり思っていた。だがお前が、まさかお前が。楽しみだぞ。お前がこのまま死んだ後どんな顔になって死ぬかが楽しみだ。お前にもう撃つ手はない。距離も取った。抵抗する力もそぎだ。お前はもうどうしようもない。勝った。
I think we get the point though.
Where is it? Alright, I can't provide evidence for that, so subtract my claim earlier. So my claim earlier about nulling Epitaph's effects, about King Crimson being able to ignore Epitaph's effects. Consider what I said wrong. I don't have any evidence to back it up, so therefore your statement on Epitaph can still be feasible.
Because it could be Epitaph's effects that won't allow him to attack. Could be, but I may be wrong.
Yeah. It's not likely.
No, it's not likely, but it could be.
Yes, it's still just a possibility.
Yep.
Alright. Is that all we have for for this King Crimson debate?
Yeah, I guess. We kinda got down why he can't attack. Well, not kind of, but we kind of theorized of why he can't attack. Like a good idea. But here's another question. Is it can he cancel the time erase though?
I don't think so. Unless he pulls back his stance. But if so, what happens?
Well, will the cooldown be the same though?
Probably.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Where's my controller?
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think.
Do your best to explain.
Explain
what it is.
Well,
actually, let's first check the original Reddit post. Where is it?
Search up why can't.
Alright. As soon as time began. Where is it?
Right.
How can Alright. Okay, found the quote. Diavolo doesn't attack people within erased time. There is no time and no objects to interact with. This is, from what we've just defined, he is completely wrong. Completely wrong.
I made him wrong.
We've just stated almost the exact opposite of what he just said.
Well, not the exact opposite. Remember when I said he can only interact with certain objects. Remember.
All right.
I think what he meant was
no. It just seems like he can. Okay, go.
I think what he meant was he can't see the objects.
He can't see the objects?
No, because since the erased time is like being in space.
No, he can still see them. He just can't see. Well, he seems to have a limited range.
Oh yeah.
Of what he can see though with the space thing.
I think that's probably what he meant.
The background gets destroyed. Yeah. Although the effect still lasts outside of it, because for example, we see Giorno still affected by it, and also if you pay attention with the Bruno Bucciarati thing, we don't see the pole in the space background, but once Bucciarati's hand hits it, you can see it because now it's being directly affected by it. So I guess that still counts, kind of. So I guess there's a limited range on his vision.
Well, I guess.
That doesn't matter too much, though. Anyway, so we have proved that there is time, and this time is slow, and this time is slower for Diavolo. It is slow down time, where he can interact with objects that aren't humans, or basically can't just kill them.
He can.
That's kind of weird, though.
He can interact with them, but just not kill them.
The part with the blood is not really a stretch because the part with the blood for this theory is not a stretch because he's able to just because blood's considered an object once it leaves him, and he can still interact with objects. So basically, objects and time exist within erased time. All things exist within erased time, but Diavolo only has only has a short range of what he can perceive within his erased time. Everything's affected. He's the only one who can really see. He only has a short vision when it comes to things he can see for it, though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think that's all we have.
Yeah. That's the majority of the debate. It's not a debate, it's just kind of discussion on King Crimson, which was based off of the original debate, which was just me messing with Daniel.
Just him saying that I'm wrong all the time.
Yeah, I do this a lot. I like to say people are wrong.
Yeah.
But, we did run into something, though.
What?
Because, we did find out this is kind of wrong, or at least it doesn't give as accurate of a description as it could, and through debating and discussion, we've reached a summary of sorts of what happens.
Yeah, I guess.
But we can't explain why he doesn't attack people, which was kind of the whole point of this Reddit post.
But like we said, as we assume, we kind of think that epitaph has to do with it, but that's all just a theory.
Yeah. Epitaph might have something to do with it, but at the very least, we've just clearly defined everything else and have set the stage. We basically welcome back, Jamie. So we've basically just described almost all other parts of it and just gave a short rundown of everything. We've described the majority of everything, and we haven't answered the question itself, but we're a bit closer to this truth by having almost all the factors.
I hope Jorna will let us reach the truth.